There are usually 7 main reasons why people see 1111 on the clock, on your timer, on license plates, on addresses, on different barcodes. A lot of people are seeing 1111 right now to the point that it's making them say, what the heck is going on? They're going online, they're typing in, why do I keep saying 1111? There are 7 main reasons why people, especially right now, are seeing those sacred numbers, 1111. Reason number 1 is you're waking up. You're going through a spiritual awakening. You probably already have other things going on in your life that are a bit unusual, a bit different. The way your life's unfolding, the way you're looking at life. There may be a lot of changes transpiring in your life, also indicative of a spiritual awakening, but sometimes to help you become aware that some of the things you're going through are part of this beautiful awakening, this expansion of your consciousness. We will also start to see 1111, 1111, 1111. I don't know exactly why. I speculate because it causes people to look online and look into what it means, and that sort of helps them understand, oh, that's why all these changes are happening in my life. That's why I'm having a complete breakdown of the way in which I view and interpret reality. My beliefs, all these different things within myself are changing, they're crumbling, they're transforming. A lot of times during a spiritual awakening, we feel kind of lost. We can feel initially like my life is getting worse. People call it a dark night of the soul for a reason. Everything's changing, everything's transforming because we're waking up. Waking up to who we are, waking up to our potential, waking up to what's authentic and exciting and true for us. And consequently, there's a lot of rearrangements that tend to happen in our life. And 1111 can kind of come in, at least it did for me and many others, to kind of let us know there's something bigger happening. There's something, don't judge our life based on the surface level of events. There's something grand transpiring. And once the 1111s kick in and you become aware of that, then you can start having a much more fun and enjoyable and experience of awakening where there's more trust in the entirety of the process. It's a completely different way of navigating life once you're aware that you're going through a spiritual awakening. Number 2, and I don't like this term anymore, but it also is something that what people call light workers, starseeds, indigos, wanderers, people, those kind of folks see 1111. And what is that? Who the hell knows? But what people say light workers are, it's people, souls, that were aware that there's going to be a big change, a big transformation on planet Earth. And not only that, but planet Earth and its unconscious people need help. So certain souls were aware of this, take it for what you will, and they agreed to incarnate, come into a body at this exact time, knowing they'd go through some type of awakening and be able to share their frequency, share their light with the planet. And a lot of the light workers are becoming aware of that mission, becoming aware of why they're here, what's happening on the planet. And it's just another way of making this entire experience, making your life mission, your life purpose more conscious. Number 3 is to kind of piggyback off number 2. I wrote down, you didn't come for the food. You didn't come to planet Earth for the food. You didn't come to do what most people do. You came here with a purpose. You came here with a mission. And does that mean you're going to lead some kind of, huge revolution? Now, some of you maybe, but most of us no. A lot of our mission is just to become authentic. It's just to find ourselves and to boldly be our true self in our normal lives with our family and our friends and our coworkers. It's to go through a transformation, find your authentic core, and be courageous enough to be it, to be honest, to be more of an embodiment of your potential. And I don't mean like potential in terms of like our Western definition of potential, like success and status. I mean like your potential as a fully realized human being. Someone who lives by a higher order, higher principles. Someone who's honest, someone who's genuine, someone who's helpful, someone who has empathy for other people, and just living from your heart. That's most of our purpose. That's most of the light worker's sort of mission. And this 1111 can kind of help you understand that there are more important things than maybe what you've been spending your time concerning about. More important things than the next like, your taxes, and more important things than your social media following, more important things than a lot of those types of details that tend to consume a lot of people's minds. There are more important things. We have a deeper calling, a bigger purpose. And this 1111 can kind of come in again from license plates, clocks all over the frickin' place. You'll see it at such a rapid frequency to where it's undeniable. It's trying to get your attention, trying to wake you up to who you came to be. Number 4, 1111 can come in to let you know you're on the right track. A lot of times, as we start to go through a spiritual awakening, we have big changes unfolding in our life, in our reality, and because we don't know, we can't foresee exactly how things are going to play out, it can provoke anxiety. I remember one day I walked into work many years ago, and my manager, Bill, he said, "Hey, Vic, I have some bad news. We're shutting down. We're closing up shop." "Really, Bill? When?" "Today. You're done. You're done, son. It's over." "Oh my God, I don't have a job. I have a wife, a daughter, a house." All of a sudden, just like that. 1111. 1111. It's okay. I know it seems bad. I know most people would probably freak out, but 1111, there's going to be good that comes out of it. And it did. It was the way it worked out in particular is what closed down for me was a personal training gym. And because it closed down, I realized I can take all the clients legally and rightfully. None of them have trainers anymore. So I took down all the names and numbers of all the clients that I liked working with. And I said, hey, I called them up. I said, hey, how would you like it if I came to your house, charged you less money, and it takes place in your house? But me, because I was a trainer getting paid very little money, I was getting all the profit. So I made more money. The clients were happier. I was free to work with the people I wanted to work with. It was awesome. 1111. Don't take stock too early. 1111. I know how it seems on the surface. 1111. You're on track. It's okay. It's part of it. Number 5, 1111 also helps get your psyche used to more synchronicity in general. 1111 is just seeing a repeating number like that over and over and over, especially the way it unfolds where it's just the perfect time, the perfect timing. It just almost winks at you. That's an example of synchronicity. That's an example of life organizing itself perfectly in harmony with where you are in your own individual journey, where it matches up and lines up with reality as a whole. It's kind of a mind-blowing thing. But life, for a lot of us, the light workers, the people going through an awakening, are heading into an expansive time, a different level of consciousness where there will be more synchronicity in general. And even though it's kind of a neat thing, it's kind of a positive thing, there's magic in it, it can be a lot when it comes down to it, truly, for the psyche to actually wrap its mind around the fact that life is magical. There is actually a divine order to things. I can let go and trust the unfoldment of my life because there's a bigger power. There's a bigger thing at play here. It's one thing to say, it's one thing to read in the Bible or whatever. It's another thing to actually experience in a very eye-opening and lucid way. And that's what these 1111s are kind of helping us become more accustomed to. So we can allow more flow, more ease, more grace, more synchronicity into our life. Number 6, oftentimes it offers us assurance. As I mentioned, kind of this similar to number 5, but a lot of times we have these big changes coming into our life that can be very disruptive and make us really wonder, man, am I going to be okay? 1111. 1111. Just last night, what inspired this entire video, my wife and I were having this crazy fight. We've been married literally almost 15 years. Our anniversary is tomorrow, or 14 or 15 year anniversary. And we were literally just sitting in bed just last night wondering are are we going to even do anything for our anniversary? It feels like it's almost like an impossible, like we're not going to be able to resolve our issues with the relationship. It felt very overwhelming. And it culminated with my wife getting pissed off and taking her pillow and blanket, and she stormed off into the closet, and I came out of the room because I was so worked up. And what was there on the clock staring at me in the face? 11:11. And it doesn't always work this way, but literally, just it's sort of cliche and almost silly as it sounds. When I saw that 11:11, I don't live my life based on these synchronicities, but I saw that 11:11 and I felt better. I just saw it. It's not that I just saw it. I saw it and I had a knowing that this is okay. You guys are okay. This is actually an improvement happening in your relationship. I just had this almost like these downloads came. So sometimes when we are in the midst of these transformative challenges, we'll comfort ourselves, deservingly so. It's not easy going through these types of changes. We will comfort ourselves by seeing 11:11 or other numeric patterns that you're accustomed to seeing, just to say, hey, relax. It's okay. And lastly, number 7, a lot of us will start seeing 11:11 to wake us up to the big shift that's happening on the planet. People have been talking about this in various terminology for a long time, about this time period that's not in the future but happening now, today. It's been happening, and we can see it. We can see it in all the different things that are going on in the world. And kind of similar to you seeing 11:11 to remind you that some of the challenges you're experiencing are part of a grander process, a lot of us will see 11:11 to help us be comfortable with the generalized macrocosmic changes transpiring on the planet, and where we will walk through life not so freaked out about the different things happening in the collective, the different scary information being broadcasted on the news, making people freak out, thinking, what the hell's going on? What kind of crazy world are we living in? You'll be able to look at all that chaos and say, it's all good. It's part of it. It's part of a shift, part of an expansion of the collective consciousness. No, not at all dissimilar to what you're experiencing in your own life. Your awakening, your life is a little microcosm of what's happening globally. And in order to, at least in my opinion, the way I see it, in order to help, for this to work, for us not to be consumed in this darkness that we've swept under the rug, humanity's rug for so long, and for this awakening not to just be overwhelming for the collective, there needs to be people that know it's all good, that know it's part of a grander process, that know that it's leading to brighter days, a brighter future, a more expanded and connected and empathic way of going through life. It's leading to humanity finally putting their guns down and working together and living from their hearts and being their true selves and supporting one another. It's leading towards people treating the planet better. It's leading towards businesses and organizations and corporations being founded upon integrity and honesty and genuinely trying to offer value to the planet. It's leading to a place where everybody is equal, everybody is supported, everybody has water and food and resources. It's leading to a point where there's more love than we can even freaking fathom. The collapses, the diseases, all this stuff is part of that. And if you're one watching videos like this, seeing 11:11, I don't have to tell you that. You already have a knowing that that's the case. You know it. And that allows you to walk through life with more of an ease. Whether you go around telling people it's all okay, I don't recommend that. People aren't going to get it. But it's more about your frequency, more about your energy that you just emanate throughout your day. It creates a calming effect, a soothing effect on the collective. It's infectious. It's contagious. You're calm within the storm.